You know, I look at it like divine intervention because I don't know how it all came about. Even when Scott Bader was here at the Checkpoint Cup, I asked him, when all the guys were taking the picture up front, I asked him, did you ever think that all of these people would be in this place at this time? And he says, there is no way I would have ever thought you could have got all these people together in one place. And I mean, it's just miraculous. You know, and I mean, trust me, I don't know about Mike, I'm living the dream. You know what I mean? It's working for me, so dream on, you know?
My brother was dying of cancer, and I was surfing every day, and we were working together. And so finally he got so sick that he had to stay home. He couldn't come to work anymore. And my wife came home from work with some papers she had printed off the internet of some old races. But look at here, you're on the internet. I didn't know I was married to somebody famous, you know, and she starts kidding me and ribbing me. And so I called Philippe up, because she said, you ought to call this Electric Dreams guy up, because he says he has old cars. So I called Philippe up, and he called me back, because I got this answering machine. And he says, come over, I'll get Gene Hustings over here, and Tori, and Warmack, and everything. So I went over there and had a lunch with them, and got to back in and chatting with him. I was walking out of Warmack's place over there with Anderson, and I looked over at Philippe and I said, I'd like to race Can-Ams like we did before the money got involved with pro racing. And Philippe looks at me and says, nobody wants to do that. I don't even think anybody even knows how to build a chassis anymore. So we laughed it off. Next thing I know, I went over to the slot car race over here. It was some kind of nationals or something like that, and I met Paul, and he showed me this little Formula One car with a Falcon in it. He's scratch built, and he let me drive it, and I go, wow, man, this is like 1966, 67 all over again. And then we hit it off, and he says, well, what do you think of this? And he lays this plan out. So all of this gelled. And I go, well, that sounds pretty cool, but all I want to do is build one of these little cars and race. And he goes, okay, well, there's a race every second Sunday afternoon, I think it was, or the second Sunday of each month. These guys race these cars. So I came over and raced with them. And next thing I know, I said, you know, we got to build these Can-Ams now and get this going. And so Paul keeps going, well, here's my idea, let's do it this, let's do that, and that's how it started right then. It just is one of those things where I totally believe that when I walked out of Philippe's that day, I said, God, I'd like to race those cars again. Well, look around and see what's happening. There's something going on, you know, something's going on. And